Share with you today one of my favorite and unexpected breeds, the game hen. Here we have Pee-wee, who is fighting broodiness, but I wanted to talk a little bit about this breed. This breed is quite small and they're kind of wild. This chicken can fly like a bird and is really good at surviving outside of the coop. She's not very large. And the best part about this breed is they're amazing mothers. These chickens are fierce fighters. They defend their babies to the death. And they're really good at raising any type of chicken, teaching them how to forage in the wild. So if you're looking for a good free-range chicken, one that will be your personal incubator, try out a game hen. First things first, let's dive into the history and origins of American game Bantam chickens. These miniature chickens have a rich heritage and have captivated poultry enthusiasts for decades, like myself. From their roots to how they've become popular in backyard flocks. Gotta let you in on what my research showed. So, the American game chicken, from which the American game Bantam descends, was developed for its fighting abilities. No, these chickens are fierce. So the practice of cockfighting has a long history and was prevalent in many cultures, and places like where I currently live, you can probably still find a cockfight. The American game chicken is known for its strength, agility, and its fighting spirit. My chickens, my hens, are no different. They are spitfires. However, the interest in this poultry continued to grow beyond its cockfighting abilities. People started to notice that these chickens were so useful, and not only useful, but extremely beautiful. And so now they're kept for ornamental purposes, along for their breeding qualities. While the historical roots of the American game Bantam are linked to utilitarian purposes like cockfighting, it's important to note that modern breeders like myself are really just focused on maintaining these birds for exhibition, ornamental purposes, and as pets. As you can see, each of my girls have a name that begins with P. These chickens are valued for their unique appearances, their vibrant personalities, and the joy they bring to backyard poultry enthusiasts like myself, rather than for their historical roles in cockfighting. Here you see lovely Penny getting a dirt bath with her 3 chicks at the time. So these American game bantams might be small in size, but they're big in personality. And their physical appearance is just beautiful, including their feathers. They've got really prominent tail feathers. It's those distinctive characteristics that make them stand out in the poultry world. Now, in terms of care and housing, what's essential for these American game bantams, if you keep them free range, is lots of space. They're wild birds, and they're really good at foraging. Of course, they need your basic chicken feed, but probably 9 times out of 10, especially my cockerels, they won't touch the feed. They go straight to foraging in the forest. In terms of nesting boxes and where the game hens lay their eggs, you've got to keep your eyes out if you let them free range, because an unexpected nest might pop up in an unexpected area where it's hard to reach. So trying to train them to lay eggs in the nesting boxes is key. I've had quite a few rogue nests over my short time with these chickens, which luckily did not result in little chicks because I found the nests in time with about 10 eggs. I got lucky. Let's talk a little bit about their behavior. Like I mentioned before in their history, these chickens are feisty, especially as broody mamas. They have that tendency to protect those eggs, and I have been pecked at more than once. Recently, holding one of my cockerels, I saved him from being trapped in the kitchen. He pecked at my arm and actually drew blood. So this breed is a little more on the aggressive side. And now let's focus on breeding and reproduction. That being stated that they're a little bit more on the aggressive side, I wouldn't recommend keeping multiple roosters of this breed. I had to give away already one, and I've got two more in line to give away just because they're really aggressive and they tend to draw blood from their brothers and sisters. Leaving the violence aside, it's really important to mention that the American game bantams are amazing mothers. They've got you covered if you need a living, walking, breeding incubator. These chickens are wonderful at raising chicks, and they're great adoptive moms also. They have this instinct of going broody, in my case at least, 4 times a year. And since broody's contagious, once one American game bantam is broody, the other ones follow suit. So if you're looking to expand your flock, this breed is the perfect pick instead of using an incubator.
Here we have Pee-wee with her babies. It's been 1 week outside of the nest, outside of the eggs, technically, and they are just so lovely. They follow her everywhere she goes, and they're so precious.
Thanks for joining me as I raged about how wonderful this breed is. I want to leave you with a short story if you do choose to free range with these American game bantam chickens. Like I mentioned before, they can fly. And when I first received these 3 girls, I was not aware of that until getting them to get in the coop became increasingly difficult because of their ability to fly long distances and stay up in the trees. In fact, the first night they stayed with us, the wildest one I have, named Pee-wee, slept in the tree above the coop. Luckily, nothing happened to her, but I learned my lesson quick to not spook them because they'll take off and fly. Thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed learning about the American game bantam chicken, a breed I really recommend. If you found this information valuable, or maybe learned something new, or have something to contribute, go ahead and head on over to my channel, like and subscribe, leave a comment at the end of this video, and I'll get back to you. Thanks so much.